Good morning. This is Charles Calhoun, aka the Shade Tree Pro. I haven't done a video in a while, and I thought that this would be a great day to do a video. Now, I'm going to do a video on chipping and pitching, but I'm going to do it on the relationship to Tiger Woods and his chipping. Why did Tiger lose his chipping? What happened? What was the problem? How did he fix it? Now, I haven't had the opportunity to stand on the grounds with Tiger to get his explanation, but in the same sense, it doesn't matter. Movements are movements, and either it works or it doesn't. That's just kind of how it goes. Now, many guys who play golf with me, they know that I went through the absolute worst struggles with my chipping, where I couldn't hit this ball, I couldn't hit it here without hitting the ground behind it. Well, there's some things that I've done, and I like it, that I've learned and understood that if we get these simple little movements correct and get a better understanding of these movements, it makes these actions a lot easier. Now, one of the biggest things that I had is that when Tiger went to a lot of this, and you see a lot of people with the forward-leaning shaft and getting the shaft forward or whatever, what happened with me in my chipping when I was doing that, I started getting to a point to where my right hand was, for some reason, it started really lifting this club up. It started really jacking it up in the air. So then when I would start to make my golf swing or make my chipping swing or pitching or chipping, whatever, my weight was really leaned to the left. And then all of a sudden when I picked that up, and I was picking it up, even for the simplest shot, I was hitting behind it just like that right there. Excuse me. I was hitting behind it just like that right there. But what I've come to understand is that I've always said that I had this feeling that the weight shift or pressure shift, however you want to define it, was not absolutely moving in the correct manner. I've come to learn that if I put pressure on my left side, it actually pushes my body right. And if I put pressure down my right side, it actually pushes my body left. So in the golf swing or chipping or whatever, we're trying to get our weight or our pressures to the left side. So one of the first things that I did was, by understanding that, by pushing my pressure on the inside of my foot, from my first rib down to my foot, start pushing over, it actually had my right side to push my left over, and I was braced, and all of a sudden I was still hitting behind the ball, but I was able to hit the ball. So then, the next thing I had to do, I had to get that feeling or that sensation of that right setting it up and pulling the club back. So how I did that was just a little simple movement. All I did was I started taking it back with my left, feeling the left back of my left hand, just taking it back, kind of keeping the arms together and just feeling it going back. But the biggest thing that changed it, like I said, was my weight shift. And then on something, just the ball started behaving. If you notice there, I start picking it clean. Simple little movements. And that's all because my right side, from the first rib down to the top of my foot, is pushing my left side of my body to the left side of my body to the left. And if my right side pushes the left side of my body to the left, then I'm always creating that downward blow. And as you can see, it doesn't matter, even if I want to hit it just a little bit higher, I still can do the same exact thing. It is very easy, once you get the weight transferred in the proper direction, to be able to take the club back and be able to strike the ball. Now, I don't move the ball way back in my stance or anything of that nature. The ball was played off the inside of my left heel. The only difference is I bring my foot in, and I just have once again, I have my right side to push my body to the left. It's kind of like taking these two boards, and here's where it is. This is why I say that the weight shift in the golf swing is just incorrect. if I put pressure on my left side, let's put these two boards right here. If I put pressure on my left side, it pushes the right side that way. If I put pressure on my right side, it pushes the left side that way. And this is the direction we need to go when we're hitting a golf ball. We want to get to our left side. We don't get to our left side by putting pressure on the left side, because when we put pressure on the left side, it pushes us to the right. And when we put pressure on the right side, it pushes us to the left. And that was the biggest explanation and understanding about chipping that has worked tremendously for me. I mean, even one-handed, I still got my weight in the right direction, and it still allows me to hit, because what it has done, it's moved the bottom of the arc to what my boy once told me, hey, Shade Tree, this is the money side of the ball. You got to get on the money side of the ball. So now, oh, that was crappy. But now, I'm on the money side of the ball, simply because I can rock that back, Steve Stricker, however you want to call it. And the great thing about it, it gives a nice little flow when you push that, and you can feel that. You can feel that flowing without the right hand taking over and coming up in there. Give that a try. It's pretty much guaranteed it's going to help you. You might find out how much it might help you in your real swing. You got to get the weight transfer properly. I said before that they're teaching the weight shift wrong. Now, this is an athletic move. Sometimes the things that we see are not what we really see. You know, you have to think. You have to use knowledge. That's why I tell these young brothers all the time or whatever, the more you learn, more knowledge you have, the more you can earn. And that's just the bottom line. And because when you go into these people and you're giving golf lessons, especially with all the information that's out there right now, you know, people are paying hard money for right information. They don't want guesswork. Our job is not to give you guesswork. Our job is to give you information and learning so you can get better. And if we get better, some of these golf courses may stop closing down. People got money to spend. It ain't like America's going broke, you know. But the thing is, if you're paying for the wrong information just because of a name, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. And that's just the bottom line. So, like I said, you know, work on these things, and I guarantee you they're gonna make your game change. You're gonna feel the difference. Once again, I'll show you just a simple. It's gonna make it change. Once again, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the Shade Tree Pro, and always good golfing.